Now that I've clipped the corners, it's time to turn the bag right side out. And I would suggest giving it a quick iron once it's turned right side out. Now the drawstring bag is ready for the grommets. The grommets go in these two corners at the bottom of the bag, not at the top where the opening is. They go down to the bottom. You're going to need two, one for each side. You can decide if you want silver, if you want gold. You'll need two of the flat ones, one for that corner, one for this corner. And you'll need two of the tall ones, once again, one for each corner. Once you have your grommets, you're going to mark where in the corner you're going to put the grommet, how close to the edge, and etc. I usually go about a 1/4 inch from each side. And you just need to draw like a X marks the spot. Try to make them even from side to side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this and fold it in half on one of those X's so that all the layers are folded. And you're going to cut one of the lines of the X, like so. The smaller the hole, the better. So after you've cut one of those lines, see if you can slide it on the grommet, because if you can, go for it. If not, maybe cut a T and then finally an X to make it fit. Do not go past the edge there. All right, once you have the two holes, you're going to use the grommet center. This stays on the ground or table. And it needs to be on top of a rotary mat or something to protect the table from the edges of the metal. And you're going to stick one of the tall metal pieces through one of those holes up like this. And then it must go on the metal thing with the metal sticking up in the air. Never ever have it turned so that it's going down in the hole. So it's got to be up in the air and your piece of fabric goes on top. You then get one of your flat pieces, and the flat piece isn't really flat. It is curved, curves up this way, and it curves down in this way. You want it so the curved side is on top, like this, kind of like an umbrella. It comes on top of the system like this. What we're going to do is we're going to smash this top layer flat until you cannot get your fingernail between the layers of the metal and fabric. So holding the grommet center carefully so your finger doesn't get underneath, just kind of wrap all around here, and you're going to use the hammer to hit the top. If I just tap it like this, I can pull this out. Sometimes you have to twist it just a little bit to get it out. And it did nothing. So what I'm going to need to do is put this in a little tighter and hammer harder. You can hammer this, and then you could pull this off and check. Oh, it's stuck, but I can totally get my finger between the layers. So I'm going to put this down and give it a few more good whacks. And then I pull it off and I check. Oh, I can still totally get my fingernail under this layer here. So some more wax we go. And now, if I try to get between these layers with my fingernail, I can't, which means the metal is holding tight on the fabric on both sides to keep it from slipping out of the hole. Repeat for the other side. So I'm going to put the tall side pointed up. Never put it pointed down in. It should be pointed up. Fabric goes on top and we're making a sandwich. We're going to take the flat grommet here, which isn't really flat, it's actually curved. So it curves down or it curves up. The curved up side needs to be up like an umbrella. It goes on top of here. And then you just put the plunger in. Make sure your fingers aren't underneath. Hold it steady and hammer it tight. And check. Can't get underneath. Grommet setter done.